Rider Time Archive. Kamen Rider finds Hyper Battle video. We'll review it right now.
Are we doing the Hyper Battle video?
Yes, we are.
Oh, wow.
Yes, the moment we've been waiting for. The most exciting part of the entire season.
This is what the people have been wanting.
Yes.
Fuck the reviews of the entire series. Fuck Misato, more importantly. But this is what people have been wanting.
Yes.
Official, unofficial filler.
Yes. Kamen Rider 5's The Musical!
And you guys thought that the Bounce Saga in Bleach was cringe. Wait until you hear this.
I'm gonna be honest though, this is probably the one Hyper Battle video I've rewatched more than any other. And this is coming from the guy whose favorite season is Kabuto, who goes out of his way to watch the Kabuto Hyper Battle video just to see Tendo dressed up as James Bond and a priest and a chef and a doctor at the same time. Yeah, this is the one that we came here to see.
So pretty much he became Steven Seagal, but more tolerable.
Yes, pretty much.
Yeah.
So basically, yeah, the human trio are just, minding their own business, doing house chores, and a mysterious a boombox from Smart Brain turns itself on, and all of a sudden, there is a bear in the woods, and we can't stop singing. What is gone into this world? Why are we constantly singing? Yeah, no, everyone's like singing like the whole time, and they can't control themselves. And they're like suspicious that this boombox, which wasn't here before, is somehow responsible. And I love how casual Takumi was about it. He's like, just don't involve me in this. I have to say, it is better than Power Rangers Zeo, the musical.
Was that not a third season? Was that not the third season that they did a musical episode for something?
Did they? No,
I think so. I think so, because I think it was during the time that it was, I think, like, it was kind of at the tail end of the Kaku Ranger footage and then went into Zeo. But I think they might have done a Zeo musical, but the one that, it's like where Tommy and Aisha just cannot stop singing for the life of them. Tanya. Yeah. So it's a lot of people say that the original version is not cringe compared to its American counterpart, but since there is no American counterpart to this show, you are literally. Well, I mean, the thing is that, you know what? No one can cringe or be like, because everyone is just on the hell of a boss has been hotel run right now. So musicals are the thing, which if you were not aware that the Fiery Underworld of Hades is a musical, well, what else would it be? Like, I think it's proper.
I mean, look, one of the most famous compositions in France is Orpheus in Underworld. And then Foxbox ruined it.
And then many people think, oh, isn't that just the Can like the burlesque girls theme? It's like, no, that's not what it's called.
It's called Orpheus in Underworld.
Yeah, so when
just like how Le Toreador is not the Freddy Fazbear theme song.
Yeah. Well, I mean, now people, that's what they assume with it, because I'm like, well, I knew it I knew it a long time ago, but now everyone's like, "Oh, you mean the FNAF song? Which one, by Tombstone or the classical one?" Because there's two famous FNAF songs.
Oh, jeez. Oh man, I hate it whenever I just casually listen to Le Torador, and then some jerk kid is like, "Oh my god, it's a Freddy Fazbear song."
They're not cultured. They don't know. They will
Yeah,
one day, but it's kind of like you know how they start saying that movies are like kind of retro, or like, oh, you mean that really old movie? And I'm like, wait, which movie? Which
and,
movie?
and it's like a
Wait,
movie from like
from
2015.
yeah, or it's like from, I was like, well, yeah, no, if you're saying like Jurassic Park, I'm like, well, it took me a while to accept that. I'm like, Jurassic Park is now considered a classic, and I'm like, yeah.
I mean, to be fair, Jurassic Park was a classic even in the 90s.
Yeah, but it's like, but when you start telling me,
It's that old movie.
that old movie, like that old, Deep Blue Sea, and I'm like, the first one that came out in 20 like 2004. No, I mean like and I was like, there's more. Oh yeah, there are more. Which one are you talking about? That one, the third one. I'm like, 2015.
Yeah, whenever someone brings up Deep Blue Sea 3, I'm like, there's a Deep Blue Sea 2?
There was another Deep Blue Sea. What? They killed the sharks. What are you talking about? It's like, no, apparently not.
There's a Sharknado 6?
There's oh god, what's a very obscure movie though you would not know that had a sequel?
Starship Troopers 4.
Well, that kind of left off like there could have been more, but sadly not with
the only reason I know Starship Troopers 4 exists is because I was curious about a certain Tarzan movie. It turns out that the lead actor from that movie was Rico from Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
He was in all 4 of them.
Yeah.
Like, there's a second
you
one?
gotta go with that.
You
gotta do that.
What?
Okay, so what more with the hyper battle besides the gratuitous singing?
Okay, so Smart Lady just randomly just barges into Kiba's house. It's like, what the heck are you doing? And yes, in case you're wondering, yes, Keitaro and Kaido are still blonde here. So it's like, and so like, turns out the boombox was developed by Smart Brain in order to like force all humans and Orphanox to sing together, and somehow while everyone's distracted, they can steal the belts. I'm like, how are you gonna steal the belts if you are also singing and dancing uncontrollably?
You know, I have said there's some Looney Toony type situations when it comes to Kamen Rider, you know? But this.
And you know that this was probably Smart Lady's plan, because there's no way freaking the president would come up with this.
No.
There's no way Takuma would come up with this. There's no way Sayako would come up with this. There's no way Sawada would come up with this. Mr. J definitely would not come up with this. If anything, he would like,
not
he would
even
try to like
Kitazaki would come up with this.
Kitazaki might like mention offhandedly as a joke.
He looks like a theater kid though.
Yeah.
Which
yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
Mr. J would be like, might be like, you know what, I might be down for this, but you're gonna have to get Busta Rhymes and DMX involved in this. Otherwise, I'm out.
Cue the superhero walk music.
Yeah.
Man.
And then Foo Fighters and Nickelback into the musical. It's like, there goes my hero. But I won't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, during this diversion, we get an opera of the 3 bells. Kamen Rider, go, go, go. Yeah, like, I'm not going to sing the actual opera. It's just hilarious. I think Kaisa's probably slaps the hardest. But which is something. The only good thing I could say about Misato. Period. The only thing I can say is that his verse of the opera slaps. That's all I can say. But yeah, no. And then we have a ballet of 3 dead orphanox come back to life while you got Mari and Keitaro in Elvis outfits. And naturally, as always, Takumi Orphanakuga. And then all of a sudden, like, you got freaking jets and sharks between the Kiba trio and those 3 orphanox. And they start dance fighting in their orphanox forms.
If I didn't see this with my own eyes, I would not have believed it. I mean, for all those who need visuals for this, because apparently we're trying to give it justice. The Kamen Rider 5's Hyper Battle video is actually online on YouTube.
Yeah.
For you to watch. So don't take our word for it, because you're probably sitting there and asking yourself, what are these guys talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and it's only 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Like it, I felt like it was longer than that. I'm like, oh boy.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah. And so, like, here's the thing. I never understood the concept of dance fighting until I saw this special.
But
now,
but I mean, everyone looked good in their two-piece outfits, you know.
Yeah, they did. They did.
Know, you got Mari. You had Mari. You had Yuka. You know.
Yeah, and you got Takumi in a leather jacket with tassels on it. Yeah. And then it's like he like jumps in on a motorcycle and Smart Lady's chasing after him to no avail. And then he's like, Henshin! And then he turns the entire screen into the opening theme song to Batman from the 60s. Yeah. Wow. And then they have
And do not forget the beautiful duet song sung by Keitaro and Mari in the first minute. Which, yeah. Who thought this up and who okayed this? I'll
say this. At least here, at least this has more of a plot than the Kuga one, where it's just, oh, I'm just gonna fight this one Grongi and that's it. That, like, there's no backstory or plot leading up to it. No, it's just Kuga versus Goginoda, and it's one of the only few Grongi I remember the full names of, and only because I actually did like a thing about hyper battle videos. It's like the very first hyper battle video was from Kamen Rider Kuga versus Goginoda. But it's like, yeah, Nidogva Zeba is an easier name to remember, but still, it's like all you do is just fight a pig. Just fight a pig. That's it. But here, at least, like, there's like somewhat of a plot, and everyone's like celebrating except for Smart Lady, and then we get one of the greatest Kaido moments in the show's history. He kicks Smart Lady to the curb
after a 3 double spit take of her just walking into Kiba's apartment.
Yeah,
just like, I'm like, yeah, no, you got to be sober for this one, ladies and gentlemen, because I could not believe it, even if I was under the influence. I'm like,
yeah,
I must have lost it.
Yeah, and the way Takumi defeats the 3 Orphanox is he uses the boombox and turns it into a sonic blaster. And let me tell you something interesting about that. It's actually part of a fan contest where they would create their own, where like fans can create their own FIZE tool for them to use. Like, and the winning entry was the sonic blaster, which took the form of a boombox and turns into a double-barreled speaker gun, essentially. But yes, I love the fact that like they kind of like retroactively reference that one scene from Peep Show season 7 when Super Hans is in zoot suits and like Jeremy's got like the one leg on the stage. He's like, oh, hold on, stop the music. I just want everyone to know that these people here, they're the band, and this place is only for members of the band. Now this man right here, he's dressed like the band, but he is not the band.
No.
So
Also,
like,
the type of music they used in this was a lot of nursery rhyme music.
yeah,
It's okay. Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Japan just has a very clever way of taking,
and all the humans and orphanox will
you
start
know,
to dance. That's
it's
my
very
brain will
interesting.
try to take the 3 rider belts, and you have the orphanox trio doing the can while they're singing "Mary Had a Little Lamb."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But and we get this beautiful close up of Takumi like being celebrated, and as soon as it gets really close, vacuum cleaner. He was the
Mhm.
whole thing was a dream.
God, just what were they? Most writers have like I would blame like their little like kinks that they have in a season. Like you had like Haruto with the sugar donuts. You had like a couple like with pizza or with something like it was just like their thing, right?
Yeah,
I would be like with Inoue, I'm like, yeah, maybe don't be around the starch or be around like all the cleaning supplies. I think
yeah.
that's why it says be in a ventilated room when using these. Because I was like,
I mean,
it's
he's
a
holding that vacuum
dream.
cleaner like really close to his face, so who knows what kind of lint he was inhaling.
You are inhaling some gnarly dust bunnies.
And then when he wakes up, he realizes, oh snap! I forgot. Mari's about to get attacked by Misato. Gotta run! And yes, that leads us to the meat of our podcast, episodes 32 through 36.
What an intro.
Yeah, what an intro.
Because
Yes.
it's not like we didn't leave Mari the last time in the last episode. Like,
Yeah.
oh, what happened to Mari? We don't know. She's about to get kicked in the face. Which
Won't be the first time Haga will experience something like this.
yeah. Yeah, I'm like, oh man, here we go again. But yes, I'm back, guys. I'm back on video.
Yes.
Thank you for everyone's lovely messages about where I was.
And
I
let's
was
take a
actually in the
moment
void.
to bask in the fact that in 48 hours we watched 11 episodes of Kamen Rider Fives, one Hyper Battle video, 8 episodes of Turbo Ranger, and a movie that was made for TV.
Huzzah.
Oh, and the newest episode of Ultraman. So yeah, we've been busy.
Yeah, we've been busy, and I've is not this new Ultraman series more childish than not?
Yeah.
I mean, no joke. The opening, usually Ultraman has tried to be with like Sentai and Kamen Rider of having bangers for openings. I mean, Blazar was a banger.
Yeah, it
That's
was.
definite.
It's,
But this one,
it's a
I
little
mean,
more upbeat.
it's a little bit more upbeat, like the original Ultraman, the original Ultra theme song. But at least with that one, there's nostalgia, and there's like, whenever I hear like Ultraman, I think of like the trumpets and the orchestra, something, or even like a super like a real banger of a song. Yeah, Ginga S had a banger opening. Yeah, Victory X. All these Ultramen have had bangers of opening. A couple have been misses, but then this
Yeah.
one,
Hangers.
not.
Yeah,
And what's
like
with the rabbit? What's with the
no,
rabbit robot?
I don't mind the rabbit robot too much because it gives me the what's called Go Busters vibes. The issue is that it's carrying the team more than the actual human characters.
Yeah, that's I was just like, you know what? I go back to the few episodes that I reviewed with here at the channel about Blazar, but I was like, loved Emmy, loved everyone in the cast of Blazar. The ending was kind of
Yeah, it tricked me into liking Teraraki, even though he only had one episode.
But it was like you wanted to know what's next, what happened.
Exactly.
For this one, it's kind of like what? But they do mention Scarred. They do mention like other things. I'm just like, but wait. You're telling. I thought kaiju weren't a thing, but you're telling me that they are. Okay, okay, that's fine. You mentioned Scarred. Okay. I mean, I thought we had continuity here, but all right. Yeah. But yeah. Oh man, get your tissues ready, boys and girls, because oh Mari baby, I never thought I would feel bad. Yeah. For Mio. I never thought I would feel bad for Mio. Like that's one thing that like, you got to really liven up on Miss Haga. And I don't diss Miss Haga at all. In fact, I love Mari more than I do Mio. Mm-hmm. And I was on my seat just eating my snacks or whatever. I'm just like, oh no. I yelled at the screen. I was like, no. Yeah, but this is literally what the question for today is. What would you do? How far would you go to save someone? What lines would you dare cross?
Yes.
And also,
what would you do for one more day?
How did you do it? Is the question. Because I'm like, what? But we'll get to that in a moment. Yeah. We'll get to that in a moment. So let us start off.
So thankfully, Takumi basically tackles Kaiza to save Mari, but she's still injured though. She's still injured. But
yeah, Mari baby gets thrashed in these episodes. Yeah. She just wow.
Repeatedly, actually.
Yeah. Within 2 episodes, she gets put through the blender.
Yeah. If you thought Mio had it bad with getting Emperor kicked and then a Bishop thrashed, oh boy.
Well, Mio had it coming.
Yeah.
Mari does not deserve
she's a kaijin, so she can take it.
Yeah, Mari can't. She doesn't deserve any of this at all. Like, no, she does not. So I'm like, oh man. But yeah. So Takumi just like apparently the bike is strong enough to reflect Kaiza's attack. Because I was like, wait, are you? I thought he was gonna like grab her and just they were gonna ride off, but it's like no, he actually just bike deflect, bike shield, and just I'm like, you psychopath! Do you not realize what the fuck is going on here? Mari doesn't want what's his face to die. She wants to help him, and you're the one who's like trying to kill everybody.
That's the point.
My hatred for Misato just escalated. It went beyond a 10 with these episodes. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah, I honestly think that he hates everyone else more than he loves Mari, so he uses Mari as an excuse to justify
I know in the last few episodes, the students from Ryusei School used Mari as bait because they knew if they had Mari, what's his face would show up, which is true. He did, but it's like. Freaking Misato does that all the fucking time, and how much danger does Mari get in? Like Mari was just tied up; she could get away. But this guy, like, no, how many times have you almost killed her? Oh my god!
Blame it on Takumi.
Yeah, and blame it on
or
Kiba. Yeah, or blame it on fucking on Keitaro or someone. It's like the guy.
I think if he ever were to blame something on Keitaro, I think that would be the point where he gets exposed. But as dumb as he is, he's not that dumb.
I just but yeah, let us continue. Let us continue.
Yeah, so naturally, like they're all at the hospital together, and freaking Misato's like trying to gaslight Kiba more. It's like, see, I told you, Takumi caused Mari to get hurt.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Just I wanted to strangle him so badly. I was just like, oh, Misato. And the thing is like, was it this episode or was it the next one that Kiba literally called him out?
Yeah, I think it's the next episode.
Because the thing is that like, okay, so like they're in the hospital, they're just getting patched up because everyone got banged up, but he's just like, like every time something happens, Misato has to say something. He just and is that not the most guiltiest thing to do? Oh, it wasn't me. It was like immediately your reaction is like to blame, put your finger at someone else.
Yep.
And it's just like, please go on.
Yeah, no, it's insane. And freaking hell, yeah. So while everyone's playing the pointing game, Takuma just happens to find Kitazaki asleep, unmorphed, and he tries to grab the belt. And just like any other Jonathan versus Dio interactions, like, I thought we were best friends, and now you go on to steal my rider belt? And naturally, like, Takuma, being as pathetic as he is, all you could do is, like, Magikarp splash at him.
Even though he's not a carp.
Yeah.
But still, yeah.
It's like, you're a centipede. Can't you just, like, use some kind of centipede venom attack? Or something.
Use like out of all your legs to like puncture him, because I know, or use that whip.
It's like you got that whip. It's like, how is Euron Greyjoy more competent with the whip than you are?
I don't know. Friggin' Megumi was more with the whip than these people.
And Megumi uses a gun.
She uses a gun whip.
Yeah. She uses the gun mode.
Yeah,
but it just so happens that the two blondes are just being absolute dorks. Because like
as always,
it's like we need to figure out what to do. I don't know what to do. Do you know what to do? No, I don't. I thought you're gonna figure out what to do. Yeah, it seems like becoming blonde was not the best idea after all.
No, you look. Keitaro looks like Bon from Deca Ranger, which I think that show was getting hinted at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And Keitaro and fucking Kaido just doesn't work for him. I don't know who did that dye job, but I'm like, God Almighty. But then again, I wouldn't like it if they were bleach blonde.
It doesn't look terrible on him.
If he had like some black in his hair with that kind, I would probably forgive him.
Or maybe if his mustache was more accentuated.
Yeah,
because it's around here where he starts to really grow out his facial hair. But yeah, no, freaking Sawada like tries to like lure out Mari, saying, "Hey Mari, I'm really sorry about earlier. Yeah, like
oh my god."
And like freaking Takumi shows up and Mari shows up and they're like, "Hey, like I don't believe that you're a good guy." Well, I know, like I'm a human, I'm an orphan, I don't know what to do. But then Swordfish Dude just shows up. It's like, Mari, run! So like basically like Sawada saves Mari from the Swordfish Dude, but only because, you must have misunderstood. I don't want to save you. I just want to be the one to kill you.
That situation, how it was set up, I'm like, It's a 50-50, and those are not good odds with this person, because that either or you're fucked. Because I'm like, they remember as children, they go like a bag, it's kind of sweet, and they kind of give that little kind of glazy frosted filter to it, and Mari's
like the
talking to
one
him.
where Takumi was.
Yeah, it's like it's kind of like she's being like yeah. He shows the origami to her that he gave her when they were little, and I'm like, oh, I don't like again 50-50. I'm like, he could either give it back or he could light it on fire. And I'm like, I don't like these odds. I really don't. Because again, he could give it back to her, but he could attack her. Or he could light it on fire and do what he does. But I'm like, either or, I don't like these odds, man. I don't like it. I do not like it. And he does what we assume he would do.
Yeah.
And just as like for him to get rid of his humanity and to be a full-fledged orphanok, he must get rid of Mari. Because if Mari's around...
So let the record show Mari gets thrashed for 2 episodes in a row.
Yeah. Poor girl.
In a row.
Poor girl. Just
it's like that scene from Clerks. It's like, can you believe it? Mari got thrashed for 2 episodes in a row.
In a row. And the thing is that no weapon attack, no nothing. She gets punched in the gut. Yeah. But this is a punch from an orphanok, so that's like getting hit by a fucking truck.
Yeah, it's like Mr. Satan getting punched by a perfect cell.
But apparently he lived for some fucking reason. I'm like, anyone else would have had their head exploded at that point.
It's like props to Mr. Satan. Like he's the only character to survive both.
He's the only human to have actually survived an android attack.
But also, he's the only character, human or otherwise, to survive both Cell and Majin Buu.
Well, yeah, out of sheer dumb luck. But Mari does not have dumb luck.
Yes, she's on
Mari baby gets knocked the hell out. She gets thrown a good few, like at least half a football field wide. And I was like, no, she'll get up. She'll get up. We go back to her. She's bleeding from her head. She is totally concussed. But that's when Inoue shows up and just starts fighting the Spider Orphanok. Just like, I knew you were not a good guy, like blah, blah. And poor Mari baby just blacks out. And I'm like, she's fine. She's okay. She's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Meanwhile, as this is happening, the blonde gruesome twosome go into a building for some odd reason, only to find that it is on fire. So of course.
Yeah. What? How did this fire start? How did this fire start? No, we don't know. No one noticed.
Maybe it's the guy that was driving the white truck.
No one noticed outside that the building was on fire? Nobody? What? Mm-hmm. Okay. And apparently they save a kid. Some random kid who's just all like curled up in a little ball and crying his eyes out. And I'm like, yeah. I know they're children. I know. But even a child would know to get out of there. Like, you have the cognizant thought to already leave.
Yeah, it sounded like Dwight Schrute rigged the entire building to be unescapable.
Yeah, it's like you could have gone in. Kaido being Kaido was like, I'm out of here. Fuck this shit. And I'm like, oh, that's about. Then he goes back. He runs back, and it's like, God damn it. Okay.
Yeah, but unfortunately, some poor soul was trapped in the 4th floor.
Yeah. There's a couple people in the 4th floor that sadly did not make it, but we'll come back to that.
So both Kiba and Takumi are both pissed at each other. It's like, how could Mari be hospitalized? It's like, and Kiba's like, it's your fault it happened. And like, instead of Takumi being reasonable, it's like, you know what, Kiba? Look, man, Mari asked me to do something for her, and I try my best to do it. She got herself hurt in the process. I tried to make sure she got less hurt. I brought her here to the hospital. Give a guy some slack. Look, man, I know you stole my belt, but can we at least call it a truce here in the hospital? What do you mean I stole your belt? You attacked me using the belt. Wait, what? I never attacked you.
Yeah.
And then, wait a minute. Misato told me you stole the belt. Well, Misato told me you attacked me because you hate me.
Right there. Again, next episode, Keitaro, good boy Keitaro, confirms it with Kiba.
Yep.
He does it. But this is the point, ladies and gentlemen, where Kiba actually calls out Misato because it's like, you're a liar. You're a liar, and that's all you do is lie. Mm-hmm. You know, it just like, I don't trust you now, dude. I don't. Like, look what happened. Mari's in the hospital, and she's not getting checked out. No. Mari baby is strapped. She is on a bed. She has got oxygen. She's got IVs in her body. She is in critical. Like, look at what you did, Misato, you piece of shit. Look at what you did.
Of course, he's going to say Takumi made me do it.
Yeah, he kept saying that Takumi was the one that's like, well, it was his idea. Like, shut up. Shut the fuck up. You're a piece of shit, Misato. You really are, because you can't admit that you're wrong. Everything is your fault. Everything that's happening right now that's gone to shit is your fault.
Yep. And yeah, we could briefly go into the fact that like there are these two assassins working for Smart Brain that are a stag beetle and rhinoceros beetle orphanaut.
Very samurai-ish. Kind of reminded me of the samurais they used for that movie Sucker Punch. If anyone remembers that movie.
Oh yeah, I know Sucker Punch. It had the actress who played the older sister from Lemony Snicket.
Yeah. I was actually
Vanessa Hudgens.
Yeah. I was actually like, why did this freaking movie get so hyped? I have no idea. I remember everyone was talking about it before it came out, and then when it did come out, everyone's like, and I'm just like, cute girls, like big swords, and a lot of fantasy and anime. But Japan, I'm like, yeah.
And a diet Leonard Nimoy.
Yeah.
Diet Leonard Nimoy.
Yeah, really good. Being the sensei, being like the supposed master, which I'm like, no, he's just a bus driver.
Yeah. and also you have the bad guy from the 5th Crow movie as the bad guy here. Well, no, as the evil stepfather.
Wasn't it Oscar Isaac? Oh yeah.
Oscar Isaac is like the doctor, but
the father.
But the father is played by the dude who plays the main villain in the new Crow movie.
Yeah.
But I liked him better in American Horror Story. Just saying.
I think a lot of things are better in American Horror Story than most mainstream horror movies in cinema nowadays.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't think Delicate or New York City, but yeah.
But yes, you got two assassins. They attacked. I'm sorry. We missed the part where now we're down to 2 kids from Ryusei School because now it. Well, no. Remember, there was 3, but when they stopped to like confront the one that was running away,
that's in a bit. Yeah,
he got axed. But then they go off, and now getting to the point where we're at, where you have these 2 assassins that are going around. I'm just like, apparently the coward and the one chick is just like, they're trying to fix the bike, and they're trying to figure out, because they have the Delta driver now.
Yeah. So basically, what's really funny is that, what's really funny is that, later on, in a bit, actually, no, we're going to get into this in the next episode. So Takumi and Kiba finally get relationship counseling in the way any 2 shonen protagonists get relationship counseling.
This is what Naruto and Sasuke really needed, but didn't work out for them.
Yeah, so they fight it off near a lake, and then freaking Kitazaki.
It's always at a lake. It's always a lake.
Where's it at a lake?
It's always a lake. It's always the lake. For some reason in Japanese, like, it's always a lake. They gotta fight in the lake, at the lake, like under the lake or above the lake. I'm like, okay. For
Yeah,
some
so
reason,
Shibazaki shows up to ruin the fight, but then he's like, you know what? I'm bored and tired of this belt. It's boring. It's boring.
he literally said that to the rest of Lucky Clover at
They're
the
like,
bar.
what?
Yeah,
What?
they're
You're
like, wait,
bored of the
what do you mean you got rid of the belt? It's like,
Oh
yeah,
yeah, I threw it on the trash
I
can.
just got bored. I got, I mean, wearing all black. I mean,
I threw it in a trash can. Wait, what trash can? The one upstairs. And then Takuma, believing that, he just
yeah,
like
just
runs
goes
upstairs and
into
goes
the
dumpster.
fucking garbage like a vagrant and just starts like
It's like
God
it's like that episode of
Almighty.
Drake and Josh when Drake has to sing that one opera with a hobo inside that dumpster.
Yeah, but yeah, it just winds up just being like the most. But yeah, you have a mother and daughter passing by, like, mommy, mommy, don't look at her, baby, just keep walking, just keep walking, and it's just like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's how.
Incidentally, the blondes aren't blonde anymore, but
What happened?
yeah, I don't know.
What
But
happened? You like they just apparently they smoked out the blonde out of them. Like the
yeah,
just all that just is just
yeah,
yeah,
it's just gone.
it's
But
gone.
but at least now but we hear or but freaking what's her name Yuka's now simping hard for Kaido because like he's now on a newspaper.
Oh yeah, and Kaido's also learning to do his John Hancock. He's
Yeah,
doing what Gen Z and all these other kids are learning. The try to write your name without lifting it from the paper challenge. You're
yeah.
talking about cursive writing.
You're talking about cursive. What's cursive exactly? You know what's
Yeah,
crazy is that I still remember how to write cursive for lowercase letters, not so much for uppercase.
I still know how to write in cursive like perfectly. I don't know why. I'm just like, because sometimes you got to write notes down really fast, and
See, like
yeah,
people always hated my cursive because I was sloppy. But then, but I couldn't read other people's cursive because it literally looks like chicken scratch. So, I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna do everything in print from now on, except for the SATs because the SATs you have to do in cursive. But other than the SATs,
yeah.
I pretty much stuck to you doing print because I'd rather be sloppy and legible than neat and unreadable.
Yep.
Yes. But yeah, so Mari gets, as Zork would say, Mari has a terminal disease.
For some reason, because apparently the doctor's like, whatever's gone with her, something like she had an operation before, something's
Wait,
not right with
didn't
her.
she have an operation at Smartburn? Yes, but it won't be. They won't be able to help her. Why is that, Zork? Because I will destroy the world.
Yeah, for some reason. It's like, yeah, Mari was in a smart brain hospital. I'm like, which again, I asked this question to all our listeners and all our fans out there. What is smart brain? What is it? I mean, are they into technology? Are they into pharmaceuticals? Are they into like government contracts, military contracts? Are they into construction? Yeah,
Yeah, well,
because
here's the
I
thing.
tell you, I'm trying to like wrap my brain around it because I'm like, I have no idea what you guys do. I don't know what the company is. I mean, it'd be like, oh
So,
yeah,
see,
what is it?
Steve, let me explain. Let me explain.
There's a logical explanation.
Yes, life is frail. Life is limited. So why don't you think about true life? Be smart. True life is your start.
I even went on the Wikipedia to see what smart brain was, and they didn't even have the answer. I'm like, it's just an evil organization. It's pretty much just a bunch of mad scientists. That's literally what it is.
Let's just call it Oscorp and call it a day. Just
Well,
like
even Oscorp had like, oh, it's like even Stark Industries that dealt with like military stuff.
yeah,
But yeah, I
Oscorp did
would.
both medical, military, commercial. Like
I don't know
Star
what the hell smart brain is. In all honesty, if anyone can tell me what it legitimately is, besides like the country club for orphanox.
Yeah, like what, like
You
freaking.
know,
You know what makes even less sense? The decade version of Bored.
so
I know
that's the thing, because I mean I have dabbled into other Kamen Rider series. I've seen a bit of Gaim, I've seen some of Xaid, some of Decade, and at least in some way they kind of say what the evil organization is, or what they do, or what they're trying to do. But Smart Brain is like, okay, you guys
it's
just
just
trying to.
there.
It's just there. Like,
Yeah,
don't think about it.
they have
We have
military, they
we
have
have a
medicine, they have
a
wine.
MILF for our mascot. That's all you need to know. Yeah, but what are you guys? I mean, are you just the everything company? It's like Smart Brain, Smart Brain, Smart
Smart.
Brain is watching. We are always watching. I'm like, what? It's just like, that whole thing about like, oh yeah, Smart Brain, always like da, da, da. What's good for everyone in Smart Brain? A glass of milk, a nice warm nap, and a full frontal lobotomy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
well,
pretty.
life is frail, life is limited. So why don't you think about true life? Be smart. True life is your start.
I almost like, okay, because yeah, Mari is in. Well, she's not critical, but she's pretty banged up, and we're trying to figure out what we could do to help Mari, and she looks so frail. It's so sad to see Mari just laying there. And now, obviously, Takumi feels bad because, he thinks that he had something to do with this. No, this wasn't your fault. This is fucking Misato's fault. But Misato's not shutting up about making you feel bad about it.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, you know what I really hate is, in order to go further into Smart Brain and things that are gonna happen in one of the movies, I'm gonna have to like watch some TTFC specials of other seasons because Smart Brain is somehow involved in stuff outside of Fives.
Is
But
Smart Brain like the Daleks from Doctor Who, like interdimensional, intergalactical beings that just happen to have their reach and all over the place?
I'll say
The
I would say it's more like
Fangires, that was Smart Brain.
I'd say
The
Smart Brain is
Phantoms, those
more
were
like the Cybermen, if anything.
yeah, the worms. That was also Smart Brain. It's
Yeah,
like what? But yes,
yeah, and you know what company still makes the least amount of sense to me? Board from the Decade version. The
again,
Decade version of
I only
Board.
know small bit of it, but
Yeah, it's
I'm
like
like I'm not.
it's
I
like
don't even get it.
I get what the original Blade version of Board was, but in the Decade version, it's like it doesn't really explain what they do. All I know is that there can only be a maximum of 52 employees at any given time.
So, but it's a game. It's a Game of Thrones battle royale for the next position at the coffee spot.
More or less. It's like each of the 52 employees maximum has a playing card associated with them. So you have the Spade division with 13 members, the Heart division with 13 members, Club division with 13 members, and most of the Spade division is just the kitchen crew.
Mm-mm. Well, anyway, what's going on with Mari? Please tell me
Yeah.
she's okay.
So basically, she has a terminal disease that only Smart Brain has the ability to cure. So basically, Sawada, like he gets the Delta belt from Kitazaki. It's like, here, you can have it. I'm bored, Then Sawada gives it to the other like reunion survivors. So yeah, he's gonna find out that every rose has its thorns
Yeah, we
because
finally get to see what the big boss is. Finally.
he's a rose orphanage.
He's a rose. Out of all the things, I'm like, he's a rose. Not a dragon, not a griffin, not a phoenix. Just a simple rose. But then again, in most literature, the rose has been seen as a gift from the gods or a gift from a devil. So, either or.
Or both.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah, because he gets his ass whooped. He's like, you best get that belt back.
Yep. And he's not too happy with Sawada.
No.
But that also means that it's now time for Sawada to go on the run. And Misato finally learns to use the Triforce of Niceness by using the Delta gear to save Sawada for some reason. Which leads us to the next episode. Mari dies.
No!
And Yuka's just simping for Snake Boy.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
I really don't know why. Yuka, you could do so much better, darling. I know you can.
Yeah, Takumi has to play the ultimate game of punchies because unmorphed he has a fight with Kiba, then he gets beat up by Masato. He's getting beat up by everyone.
He got beat up. I was surprised Keitaro didn't throw a punch at him, but it's sad because before the episode ended, we start that she starts flatlining.
Yeah.
She starts flatlining. That's when they get the phone call. They go there, and both Keitaro and Takumi see her die.
Yep.
Just totally, go. And just as the episode goes on, they're destroyed. Keitaro more so.
Yeah,
because
she is my only human friend. What about Kusaka? I said human friend. What about Takumi? I said human friend.
But isn't Takumi human? Wait for it. Because again, if you haven't figured it out, because apparently Keitaro has not figured it out. I'm like, have you? I know you're in the show. I don't know if you've been watching, but I'm like, it's kind of weird that every person that we've seen who can turn into Fies is officially an Orphanoch.
Yep.
And they even said they built the Fies gear and the Delta and the Kaiser to deal with Orphanochs or with rogue Orphanochs.
Yes. In other words, helping Orphanochs fight Orphanochs.
Because apparently you as an Orphanoch can't take out another Orphanoch, which I call bullshit because we've seen it happen 20 times already.
Again, why does Kitazaki even need the Delta gear if he could just touch things to death?
Yeah, why not send him? I'm like, what's the purpose of like?
Can you imagine like Kitazaki's just like sleeping in a car, and as soon as he walks out, the entire car just vaporizes?
Yeah, how does he sleep? I mean, as you said, how does he put on clothes? How does he do anything?
Yeah, like how does he still have that shirt on?
If he has gloves on, I'm like, okay, it would have made sense, but no.
Yeah, it's not like your power's limited to your palms or fingertips. But yeah, no, freaking
Mari baby has left us.
Yes.
She is gone, dead.
She's bought the farm. Is head over heels for Kaido, but gets a phone call that someone wants to see him.
Yeah, we would have thought because also what was it? Kiba gets a phone call, and he goes to the hospital and finds out what happened to Mari.
Yep.
And it's just like again, it's kind of sucks that Yuka doesn't get a lot in these episodes because if she was aware what happened to Mari, I'm pretty sure she would be devastated.
Yeah, no, she's too distracted.
She's too distracted. I don't get why. But yeah, everyone is just hating on Takumi right now. Just like it's your fault because there's a certain asshole that won't shut up and just like blah blah. But out of nowhere, there's a scene in where Keitaro tells Kiba, like, oh, like he attacked blah, blah, and Keitaro's like, he would never do that. I know him. He's my friend. He wouldn't do that. Like, why would you say that? He was with me the whole time. And it's like, what? And like, why would Keitaro lie to you, Kiba? Why would he lie to you? Someone is lying to you, but it ain't Takumi.
Yep.
It ain't him. And yet, who the fuck? This asshole just keeps on blaming everyone else. He's blaming everyone else except himself.
Just where all the lies start and end.
Yeah, but it's gonna catch up with him. It's gonna catch up to him 100%. It really is.
Yeah. I can't wait for someone to snap him out of it.
I'm ready just to learn to snap.
Because this character, because he's a pain in the neck. Yeah. Yep.
And so now everyone's distraught. Everyone is just lost it. The light of their world is gone. Mari baby is gone.
Yeah.
And it's not the same. It's not. And Takumi is just like. But apparently, him and Masato have a talk. And he's like, "Well, remember what I said? She was administered in a smart brain hospital."
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. So that means they could do it. Like, you're gonna go talk to Smart Brain. You're gonna go like blah blah blah. And it's just like they're not gonna listen to you. I'm like, of course they will. He's the main character of this show.
Yeah, of course they will.
Of course they're gonna. Of course they just walk in.
Meanwhile, Kaido visits the child he saved. He's like,
oh man.
Just so you know, people died on the 4th floor.
They did.
My parents were among them. What you
that
do?
Kid totally just ripped into him. It's like, why? I'm like, you would think that it's like, like any typical show, the kid wants to thank him for saving him or whatever, give gratitude or something. But I'm like, this is actually a realistic reaction to someone who has survivor's guilt.
Yeah.
Because he survived because someone saved him, but you didn't help his parents. You didn't save him, and the kid just starts yelling and beating on him because now he's an orphan. Now he's got no one. But blah blah blah. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Just that would not happen nowadays. That would not happen.
Yeah.
That's why I appreciate the early aughts when it came down to writing, especially for like Sentai and Kamen Rider. There was a lot of like, well, I mean, Japan has always been that way, but like back then, it was a lot darker. Like people die, people do. Yeah, it's a.
Yeah, I'm watching Turbo Ranger right now, and I'm like, for a show about teenagers driving cars and talking to fairies, this season's really dark.
Yeah, no, it's like go back, ladies and gentlemen, to older, like I want to say, ooh,
I mean, look,
I say 2005. What was like that was? I mean, I'm not saying that afterwards was not, but that was like the time that a lot of Toko, a lot of anime was like it went there. It went there. Like we had shows like Elfen Lied. Was Elfen Lied. We had of course we had Fies. Apparently Kabuto is also very serious. A lot of the Sentais were also very serious. People actually like bled and died.
What's funny is that in the American SPD, you had these two aliens that were basically a magician and his assistant that were just like robbing people. But in the Japanese version, what they actually were a manager and an underground fighter, and the underground fighter was actually doping.
Yeah, like would you have seen that? Like there was a lot of heavy things in Japanese TVs in the early 2000s that right now it's mellowed, but you would not see a lot of. you know? It was just like, wow. Compared to like, that's why I mostly appreciate the Japanese versions and older shows than I do now.
Yeah.
You know, even though like good stories and good plot, I'm like, yeah, no, the
Yeah, no,
Fies went there. Fies went there. Agito, Kuga, Fies.
yeah,
Yeah,
no, it's crazy about Turbo Ranger because like in Turbo Ranger you have two consecutive episodes where in one episode you got like the Black Ranger trying to sumo wrestler the monster of the day to the point that even the teacher wouldn't let them ride motorcycles because it's too dangerous. And it's like, I will coach you to be able to sumo wrestle this monster. And then it ends with like the giant robot having that sumo like loincloth.
yeah, I did see that. I saw
Yeah,
that.
and then the very next episode, we get a flashback of the Yellow Ranger's little brother getting hit by a car and dying.
Yeah.
The Yellow Ranger's little brother is literally Kiba.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know what the crazy part is? It was probably the same white truck.
It probably was. Same one that sends many isekai anime protagonists to their destinations too. What else?
Yeah.
So
Takumi the devil.
He goes and actually meets with the president, which apparently was so hard to see the president in earlier episodes, but not no more.
Yeah, no, it's just a natural smart.
Yeah, and he's just like, yeah, well, you know, I don't do anything that doesn't benefit my company, you know, like So if you want me to save this young lady, which she's dead, what can you do? She's dead.
It's like I can save her, but
it's like I need you to bring me the Fies belt. I need you to do that for me and also be a part of Lucky Clover.
But you can't do because you're a human and only Orphanox can be part of Lucky Clover. But I will meet you halfway. Just kill Sawada.
Kill Sawada. But it's just like, wait a minute. You guys, especially you, Mr. President, you never bent the rules for anyone, even like, oh yeah, a human on Lucky Clover. Would any of them actually accept him?
Well, technically, he did say that like you have to be an Orphanox. So, you're right,
Orphanox. What are you gonna do? Yeah. But he's like, fine, I'll do it. But before that happens, he shows him a video. Roll the clip. There's no clip.
But yeah, no. We're gonna see
who was recording this.
We'll see. We'll see. It's like I don't have time to see this clip. I'm gonna fight this. So okay, but you'll come back to watch the clip, right? Yeah, sure, whatever. So he heads out to fight Sawada, and of course, everyone's in the forest. Oh, and also, but you know what's really cool is Mr. Coward Dude finally finds the Triforce of Courage, and then becomes Kamen Rider Delta.
He finally is like the official, like Delta.
Yeah, and it only took one of his classmates to get murked right in front of him.
Almost all of them are gone except that one girl, because one of them did get murked because it's like, you gotta stop running away, and then he gets assassinated by the assassins, but then they find them, and then she gets beaten and thrown, and he just decides, I'm gonna fight him, and he takes out one of the assassins.
Yep.
Which I'm like, good for you, but not really necessary. I don't think. Yeah. I don't think you deserve. I mean, you just pulled that out of your ass. You got totally lucky. But
Takumi decides to fight Sawada, and things get dire when all of a sudden Takumi turns into a Duran Duran song.
Yeah, he does.
That's right. Takumi is a wolf Orphanox.
Oh, you're just a wolf in rider's clothing.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Because Takumi, when he did the deal, we actually get a phone call because Keitaro and Misato are having breakfast. Apparently, Takumi goes and gets Mari's body. Just walks into the hospital, like, I'm taking her body. And
What?
no one stops him. No one. I'm like, I don't know. In my travels, I've never been in a Japanese hospital. I don't know how the rules are, but I would imagine that you could not just walk out with a body,
Yeah,
especially
like,
one that is deceased. They did a really good job taking the color out of her face. Like, she looked
yeah.
really dead, and it's just like everyone's like, wait, what did he do? What? And of course, only Masato is like, he didn't. Oh, he did, man.
Bastard. That
He
bastard. He killed Mari. Then he takes her body. Then he wears her body. See that?
He wants to have an extra. He wants to have an extra.
By the way.
He wants to have an extra body to be in the carpool lane because he can get places faster.
You know,
But yes,
one of
he
my favorite jokes about coming to America is he fed my father to a lion. Then he killed the lion. Then he wear the lion. Who does that?
Apparently, James Earl Jones does.
Yeah.
But yeah, he takes Mari to Smart Brain, and in walks in 13 doctors.
Yeah.
And they just start like poking and prodding, and that's why I say
Yeah.
Smart Brain is literally a place of mad scientists.
Yeah, like it'll be interesting if
if
those doctors just inserted cybernetics into her body and just injected her with grasshopper DNA, and then conveniently just before they wipe her memory, she makes a run for it. But
Gentlemen, we have our subject. We can rebuild her better, faster, stronger. Cue the Daft Punk.
She will be our 6 million yen woman.
We didn't know where to put the batteries, so we kind of just put them in your chest. That's why you went from like an A cut to like triple G's. So, you know, that's why most android girls in anime have big chests. It's to put the batteries.
I mean, to be fair, in a real woman, like adipose tissue, like it's literally there to store energy.
Well, yes, but again, for Toko and anime reasons, we just did it because we want that. But sadly, and of course, you know, what else are we missing in this episode? Because I can't hop to the next one, or are we already hopping to the next one?
Let me try to think. That's pretty much everything. That's
yeah.
So Takumi becomes a Duran Duran song. But then the episode continues where Takumi smashes a spider man.
Yeah.
And he takes his spinny thing.
I forgot. So when Mari was being poked and prodded with, she's having flashbacks.
And she
remembers the reunion. She remembers her school's reunion, which apparently that has been a lingering question in this series. What happened?
No one seems to remember.
Yeah, what happened at that reunion? We don't know. But
you know who especially doesn't remember?
Misato, because he claims. Because again, jumping a little forward, well, we get a phone call. We get a phone call.
Very little happens in 35. We get
the phone call. We get a phone call that Takumi calls Keitaro. And Keitaro cannot, for the life of him, because so much has happened, because he saw what happened. He saw when Takumi became an orphanok. Mm-hmm. He can't accept it. He's just like, everyone saw it. Everyone is just like, what the yeah. And he's got a cute little fluffy tail too. It's an actual fur tail. And he's just like, he's just kicking everyone's ass. To find out this poor boy, Mari's dead. His friend is a wolf, is a mangy dog, and
Stray
now
dog stuff.
and now he's living with this psychopath.
Mhm.
God damn it, Keito. And he lost Saya. This kid has just been having the worst fuck you week ever. Only for him to get a phone call from Takumi telling him that he's coming home and he has Mari with her.
Don't give me hope. Don't give me
The
hope.
look on his face just said it all.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
look on his face, like,
Props to Keitaro's actor. Like you really sold that cinnamon roll.
oh yeah, no, I totally do. I totally will admit that the actors for this show really have sold it. You know, Mari with her with just the dramatics that she had to pull. You know, um, with Takumi with just being the shut in. Who is Misatu? Keitaro was played by Ken Mizuragi.
Yeah.
Yes. So him just being the sweetest cinnamon roll that is, and just like, oh my god, what is the give this poor boy a break for crying out loud? And I'm like, wait, what do you mean Mari's alive?
Mm-hmm.
And also the actor who is Misato, fuck Misato, but I clap is again another Kyohei.
Yep.
Kyohei Murakami.
Murakami.
Murakami. That man, just like he just knew what he did. He literally Frankensteined Mari back to life.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That whole thing, and the fact that she just comes back and she's like, "Oh yeah, no, I'm back. I'm back. He gave me a quick res. I'm back." I'm like, "Darling, we had your funeral and everything. What
Yeah,
do you
like
mean you're just
Sarah Manning.
yeah? Like I cried for days, and you just walk in like, hi guys." It reminds me of that story about like, well, what was it? It's like, you know, someone died. It's an urban legend. Like the person dies, and then they get a phone call from a family member. It's like, oh yeah, no, hey, I'm coming to visit, blah blah. And guess who I found at the bus stop when I was coming in? It's your dead relative who's been dead for a year. What? Because apparently they made a wish on a star to bring the person back, or a monkey's paw, and it's just like they're alive, but the people see them as normal, but the people who made the wish know that he's been dead. So when he shows up, it's a zombie or like a rotting corpse, you know. But then they kill the person because they're just like, no.
So basically, it's like Polnareff's sister from on that island.
Yeah, it's like everyone sees a normal person, but then the people who wished it or whatever see what they actually are. It's like, yeah. So, oh man, yeah.
We get a brief stint where Shuji and Rina are like on the run from the remaining assassin, but it that's not important. Like that's
Nope.
not important.
Nope.
That's not important.
He finally gets the courage to be Delta for
Delta,
some
yeah,
reason. But
yeah,
other than
that's
that,
not important.
no.
What is important is that Mari like
Mari's alive.
yeah, Mari's
That's what's important.
alive, and like the three dudes like have a debate about like oh should we trust Takumi because he's an orphanoch, and then like and of course Kitaro's like I trust him because like he's a good guy, like yeah he turned into an orphanoch, but he did it to protect Mori. It's like Keitaro, you idiot! It's because of him that she's dead.
Yeah, Misato was not giving him it like you're not putting it up that you didn't have something to do with this.
The only
You got
bad thing about Keitaro is that he's a scumbag when it comes to relationships. Other than
yeah.
that, like
Other than that, he's a cinnamon roll, full through and through.
yeah.
Like that's why he called out Kiba when it's like, you know, like why do you hate Takam? He's a nice guy. He's a great guy. Like why would you think that he would never? And I was like, you're right, but who told you? It was Misato.
Yeah,
Misato was the one.
and then it's like, and like even like Kiba like asks Yuka about Takumi because Yuka seems to like him too. Gee, I wonder why.
I don't know. Well, we do know.
Anyway, so they go camping and then freaking
Oh
so
yeah.
the semi-human trio and Misato go camping, and then Mari remembers the reunion.
She's getting slowly but surely, but she remembers that she saw a certain orphanok because
Very fluffy orphanok.
she saw two of her student friends fall because it's like, oh, they were playing soccer at night or like football. Okay, I'm sorry.
Football.
And one of them collapses and the other one starts blue into fire.
Yeah.
And we don't know why or how, but there was a certain orphanok that had appeared, and that's all we know. That's all we know.
Orphanok seems to have triangular ears and a fluffy tail.
But the thing is that she tells Misato that, like, oh yeah, but you were there too. And Misato just gets up in her face like, no, I wasn't. No, I was not there. I was not there.
And here's the thing, though, like,
why are you so defensive?
And also, like, if you weren't there, why is the greeting card signed by you?
Yeah. So what did you do, jackass?
Between the greeting card and Mari's sudden recollection of the reunion, something is very suspect, and I think it somehow involves a certain goat.
This guy ain't got a red flag. He's got red neon lights all over him,
shaped like arrows pointing right at him.
Yeah, he like, you know what happened. You know exactly what happened. You just don't want to say it because you don't want to get yelled at. You don't want to be held responsible.
And in the words of Britney Spears, I think you're not that innocent.
Banana. Nope. You're
not even.
You got guilt all over your face. That crooked eye is a dead giveaway. But yeah, what happens is, Keitaro tries to make Takumi transform, which is like, you got to protect Mari, which he does. But also, what was the level of camera work here? Because one scene, it's like morning, then it's afternoon, and then it turns black as night. Did you notice that? Did you notice that as
I did notice, but I don't even understand why. Like,
as the fight was going on between Lobster Mommy and Cowardice Centipede, just like Takumi gets thrown and it's already afternoon, but then he gets knocked out again and it's dark. And then like, oh no. When the whip hit him and took the belt off, because what's his face told him, you strike back, I will kill Mari. We can kill her right now.
Yeah.
It's like it just turned dark as night. At least
in Go-Go 5, at least there's like an actual incantation that darkens the sky. But
yeah, but this thing, it didn't. The next thing you know, well, you got no other options, man, because they're going after the belt, they're going after Mari, and he just transforms.
And Misato doesn't want to do squat.
No, of course not, because he's a piece of shit.
Yeah. So
poor Mari. Mari sees what happened, but then it's just like a bad dream, just like trauma.
Mm-hmm.
She sees him. She knows who he is because she's just like, I've seen you before.
In the woods.
Yeah.
And he came to sing along.
And she, again, Miss Haga is an amazing dramatic actress. She just, the level of her screaming and yelling just really sold it. It's like it was like an old black and white movie where it's like where you finally realize your best friend has been the monster the whole time.
Yeah.
And then we cut to the last episode.
Yeah, so basically, Mari, like Little Red Riding Hood, which is appropriate because she had a red scarf at the beginning of the series.
Yeah.
She's running away from Takumi. He's just trying to chase her.
He's just like, Mari, wait!
Mari, wait! Let me explain. But to her, it's like, woof, 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 woof,
Yeah,
woof.
she doesn't want to hear it. But then guess who shows up to shield her? As always, the piece of shit. Goddamn Misato just shows up and just like, oh, I got you, Mari. And just being held by Misato again just verifies that she knows who Takumi is, that she just faints.
Yeah.
Because she realizes who this...
Aruhi mori no naka kuma-san ni daeta.
But it's so BS. Takumi is just destroyed. He is just like, what have I done? But at least I saved her. At least I helped her. And I'm just like, yeah, you did. But what they did to her, we're not sure yet. We still got 20 more episodes to go. But yeah, no, this whole thing is like, he's just like, I can't be around you guys anymore. I can't do this. I can't. What is it you can't do, Takumi? The only person who's giving you shit here is freaking Misato, and we all know Misato ain't worth as far as a pig could spit. Because no joke, it's like, well, I mean, I know Mari has trauma. She does. It's like, and it sucks that, like, Keitaro's trying to keep the band together. He's trying so hard.
Yeah.
But it's just not working.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Takumi gets a summons to go to Smart Brain.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, remember how you agreed to watch a movie with me when we made that deal? Yeah, it's time for you to watch it's time for you to watch Spice Girls. With me. No, and it's a sing-along edition. Can I at least reply? Ooh, Ino-san, I didn't know you had it in you. Well, we're just watching the movie, aren't we? Yes.
And the movie is pretty much Mari's flashback, exactly to a T.
POV.
Of a POV of what happened at the reunion. And as we said,
was Mari the one filming?
That's what I am assuming, because, like, again, she gets a close-up of this wolf orphanok, and it cuts to black, only for the president to tell Takumi, welcome to Smart Brain. Welcome to Smart Brain.
Yeah.
But,
Kiba
again...
and Takumi did have a bit of a heart-to-heart. It's like, hey, dude,
horse finally came to the wolf. Yeah, but the thing is that what was also established was, after Takumi left the house again for the last time, supposedly, he tells Keitaro, don't ever call me again. If you need Fies, call Kiba.
And he even gives Kiba the belt, too.
He gave him the belt. He literally gave him the belt. I'm like,
our boy is finally the main character.
I know. It took 30 some odd episodes, but he's finally the main character. He's finally Fies, because he does actually transform in this show, because he has to protect Mari and Keitaro.
Yep. Yeah, so they're in a warehouse and they fight the octopus orphanok, which honestly,
random ass octopus that just he's just jogging.
He's a jogger.
He's a jogger, and it's like, dude is just working on his car. It's like, damn, I don't know if it's the battery, maybe it's the radiator. I didn't put coolant in there. I don't know. But then he just gets behind him and just like glomp. And just like, what are you doing to that poor man? And like, yeah.
So Kiba, being Kiba, like he finally puts on that Fies gear, and he looks so cute doing it too. Like he puts it on, and like Mario and Kitaro see Kiba become a Fies, and like he defeats the Orphanok, and it's so
Yeah.
adorable. But then we see Sayako and Takuma like watching. It's like, oh, look at that! The traitors is Fies.
Yeah.
Now it's time for you to prove yourself by taking the belt, and out of the
The
corner.
belt that you just gave him. Which is just like, yeah, who are they talking to? It's Takumi. Who else would it be? Finally. But this time, it's not a horse attacking Fies. It's a wolf. The horse is being attacked. Who is Fies?
Horse is Fies, though.
Yeah, oh my god. And then we leave off with Mari just yelling Takumi's name in the most saddest way possible. And
open your eyes. Next Fies.
Yeah, then I actually did watch the next episode just to be like, wait, what? And I was like, oh,
you're in rapture now.
Well, you gotta wait for next week for us to talk about it.
Yeah. And by next week, we actually do mean
our regular scheduled programming.
Yeah, not on the 4th, but on the 11th.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah,
we're a good 2/3 into the season.
We are like we're at 36. We're 36. Yeah. We're a good 20 more. We got at least like 4 more weeks of this to go by it, buddy. Yeesh. Oh boy.
Yeah. 3 more weeks for the TV show.
Yeah.
Plus another 2 weeks for the 2 movies. So we got 5 more episodes of our show. Oh man, gotta polish that wheel.
Oh man. Okay. What next?
And then mid-September, like we get spin it again, just in time for Kamen Rider Gabu.
Which is very interesting that I did see some clips online about Gabu.
Yeah.
And it's the same as Xaid. I know I've said it before. I thought it was a joke that this was the final like that's their idea. That's what they're going with.
Ooh.
But I mean, like, well, yeah, Candy. I have not seen, like, I don't know. I've always seen this Candy. I don't know if they'll have like.
I mean, like
I don't know if they'll have burgers.
Potato chips.
I don't know if they'll have burgers or actual food or anything.
His main form is gummy bears, but
yeah, so it's like snacks. It's like snack foods.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
so,
okay.
but his like side forms include like potato chips, chocolate, and marshmallow.
I'm loving the marshmallow. I'm like, okay, I think I might just collect the little candies. Just because I'm like, I don't. The belt looks interesting. It looks interesting.
The belt looks like a cross between Ghost Driver and Bill Driver.
We had eyes. We have had icons.
Imagine you put 2 icons on top of the Gabu Driver.
Yeah. We have this is a mouth. We've had icons.
Imagine if in 8 years we're gonna have a nose themed Kamen Rider.
Oh my god!
Where it's like various odors are his power, and then he has a crossover with Ghost and Gabu, where it's like together we'll form a face.
What if they do like a foot, like footwear or something like that? Oh man. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. and then we're gonna add Wizard because he's a hand.
Yeah. I was kind of thinking maybe Wizard too, because like, wait, his driver is rings, but hands. His hands.
Yeah. And then we can have Kiva for foot because he has that 1 foot.
Yeah.
We're gonna Frankenstein ourselves.
Just Frankenstein ourselves the next Kamen Rider villain. Just all the body parts that have been used for drivers and body parts.
Okay, so I'll say this. Takami's story is finally becoming really compelling, but the downside is Misato, 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 Misato. Like, he's just so unbearable. And again, we love the actor. We just hate the character. He's the Japanese Jackie Gleason.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I personally, that's why I say, I'm like, these stories, especially with these episodes, like what happened with Mari, what happened with Keitaro, what happened with Takami, with Kiba. Sadly, the whole story with Kaido was not really necessary, but I guess it's to give him something to do. Poor Yuka has just been sidelined.
Yeah.
She has not
Remember
really
when
done
she
anything.
was like best girl?
She was best girl, yeah, but it's like now.
It's like the only scene we got of her in the previous cluster of episodes that we did. It's just like literally the smile scene where she's like,
yeah. That was the only thing. Other than that, she hasn't killed anyone. She hasn't been involved. What? I mean, what? It made me wonder.
For blonde.
Makes me wonder. What if Kaido and Yuka were aware what happened to Mari? Because Kiba knows, everyone else knows except these two. Like, could you imagine?
I'm curious if they both found out, would Kaido start simping for Mari again? And if so, would Yuka finally stop simping for Kaido?
That's a good question. I'm not sure. I know
we were on a break.
Yeah. But I'm just like, what is going? I'm surprised they didn't tell them. But either or, I want to say
they went on a double date and everything.
Yeah, these cluster of episodes, I want to say, I give it a 9. Just for everything that's happened. It's like it was all connected. It was all like the rise and fall of a hero and how far you will go to save someone.
Yeah,
and of course, as far as we know, Mari is okay. There hasn't been any side effects.
Yeah.
But this is Smart Brain. And again, we're at 36. We still got 20 some odd episodes more to go.
Yeah. So let's see. For the Hyper Battle video, I'm gonna give it a 10 because it's just perfect.
Yeah. The whole Jets versus Sharks thing was just
that as a teenager, for me, it was the opera thing, but like as an adult, it's literally the dance fighting. This is the dance fighting here is better than Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah, that was the best. That was literally the best. And I was like, I can't take this seriously. But still, I'm like, all right, and again, 10 fucking minutes, and it felt like way longer than
that. But yeah, so episodes 36, episodes 32 and 33, I give them both 7s just because freaking Misato is like ruining everything and no one is talking things out.
The
next 2 episodes, the next 3 episodes, they're all 9s because it's just good stuff, but with unfortunate bits of Misato mixed in. And like, thank God Keitaro's finally standing up to him because someone needs to put Misato in his place. Someone needs to snap him out of him because he is a pain in my neck.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yep. Okay, so let's go to the comments.
What do the people have to say?
Triple OXYZ says, what even is Smart Brain at this point? They got bikes, bots, medics, and more. Don't forget alcohol. They also have alcohol.
They have a bar. They have they are into everything. It's like almost like Amazon.
They have so much. Like they even deliver alcohol to Trader Orphanox.
And I'm just like, again, I'm like, even most companies, we know what they're doing. As for Smart Brain, I don't even know. I don't. Maybe I'd have to watch
even the Ano version of Shocker makes more sense.
I probably have to watch like the what was it, the 10 or 20-year anniversary of the updated Fives movie to maybe that they finally tell us what Smart Brain actually is.
Yeah. Good luck with the TTFC specials. They're not even Fives TTFC specials. They're just 01 or X8 TTFC specials that just happen to have Smart Brain in them for no reason.
Yeah.
Okay. Main character Kiba finally characters as a main.
36 episodes in, and we finally get to see him be the official rider. Finally get to see it.
Yeah. Actually, it would be interesting if there was a season of Kamen Rider where that's literally what happened. Like, the main character doesn't become the main Kamen Rider to literally the last episode. And for the record, if you're going to mention Hibiki, let me tell you, Asuma never becomes Hibiki. So even you can't even call that an instance. Okay. I love how tortured Steve is by the musical. Lol.
I wasn't so much tortured. I was more just like, what is this? I like musicals. I do.
Yeah.
I actually do enjoy them. But
I hate musicals, but this is one of the
it's one of the when it comes to musicals, I hate Grease. I hate it with a passion. Long story with that one. I don't like most theatrical musicals, you know.
Actually, come to think of it, I think the only Weber musical I could even tolerate is Joseph. I don't think I can stand Cats. I don't think I can stand Phantom of the Opera, and I can't remember what that fourth one was. But I don't think I like that one either. No, that's the Lin-Manuel. But I've never watched Hamilton, so I wouldn't know.
Neither am I.
I've sang the song Alexander Anderson from Hellsing.
People have played it to the point of annoyance with me. That's like the same thing goes with Grease, same thing goes with Cats, same thing goes with certain musicals that I do. Obviously, it's like, yeah, no, absolutely. But when it comes down to the ones that every vanilla musical person knows or every theater kid knows, it's like, no.
Oh, no. you know what I hate more than musicals? Jukebox musicals, like Moulin Rouge.
Yeah, well, I mean, Moulin Rouge was. I don't dislike it.
I mean, if you think about it, Moulin Rouge suffers from the same problems that Kamen Rider Fives does. People not communicating.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, people love Moulin Rouge because, well, depending on the version you watch, it's a one-sided love story.
Yeah, and that got adapted into Star Wars.
Yeah, it's a one-sided love story because, again,
Obi-Wan Kenobi used to date a character named Duchess Satine.
Yeah,
based on a character named Satine, who was engaged to a duke, and the main character was played by Ewan McGregor.
Yeah. Surprisingly, they didn't get Nicole Kidman to do anything with that. But
I wouldn't be surprised if they ever do like a live-action Star Wars series about Duchess Satine and have her be played by Nicole Kidman, just as a FU to people who hated the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, dance fighting.
Yeah, no, that was a total Sharks versus Jets moment. I laughed. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me.
It's like that scene from Spider-Man 2 when the firefighter made Peter feel guilty.
But the firefighter didn't get up in his face. He kind of just said that there was someone in there that didn't make it out. The kid actually assaulted Kaido.
Yeah. That's
Just
true.
full on, just assaulted him. The firefighter just said, "Oh, we couldn't save someone who was up there," and I'm like, "Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you know."
All right. Well, that's it for the comments for today, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Ding the bell icon so stay notified for our latest videos, and share our videos because it helps out with the algorithms. Help us fight against those smart brain factions that are controlling the YouTube algorithm. Because at this point, we wouldn't be surprised if smart brain were the ones that are controlling YouTube right now. So we don't know what they do. But yeah, life is short, life is frail. Be smart. Let this be your start. We do Ultraman arc on Mondays, Kamen Rider Gotcha on Wednesdays, Bakugan Setai Boom Boom on Thursdays, and Kamen Rider Fives on Sundays. But this week we're doing it today instead of Sunday. But the following week, we're going to be back to our regularly scheduled program.
So also, no episode this Sunday, people.
No,
just
not this Sunday.
Not this Sunday.
Not this Sunday. Next Sunday, the 11th. And of course, it's a darn shame that this is the month of September. Actually, no, that's fine. That's totally fine. But yeah, no, it's but also check out our recent interview with Paul Giddens, aka Master Finn from Power Rangers Jungle Fury, aka the Spirit Shark Ranger. We interviewed him recently exclusively on our Facebook page until such time that it will be re-uploaded to YouTube. But if you want to watch it now, you got to watch it on Facebook. Also, check out our sister channel, The Buttery Show, where we finally finished Trapped at Grandma's Month with the film In His Father's Shoes, where I started to notice some time travel shenanigans involving that plot. And yes, not only does that film feature a Power Rangers actor, but it also features a Goosebumps actor together.
It's not Ryan Gosling, is it?
No, surprisingly. No.
Not Hayden Christensen?
Nope.
Which is amazing that those two are actually in Goosebumps and Are You Afraid of the Dark?
It's the chubby kid from Attack of the Mega Mutant.
And yeah. Who becomes Gazelle Boy or whatever the fuck?
No. Super Gazelle is like the hero.
But he becomes like the sidekick or something.
Yeah, he becomes the sidekick to the villain at the end. But also he is in the episode where he gets that universal remote that controls the universe. You know, that thing that Skalgar from Megas XLR wanted. Yeah, so it turns out he was the guy who. So he ended up. He's the guy who played Telegram in that movie. So yeah, two of my childhood shows in one movie, and of course we also did Wolverine and Deadpool and Wolverine on Sunday as well. So be sure to check that out. It is a spoiler review, so if you haven't seen the movie, go watch it and then come back to watch us review it. And by us, I mean Ryan, Clement, and Noemi without me because I haven't watched it yet either. But that's okay. I've been busy watching goddamn too many episodes of Misato messing things up for everyone. But speaking of things, on our sister channel, we're also going to be doing a new thing. It's going to be awesome movies with lackluster sequels in the month of September. So I hope you guys can guess what any of those 6 movies are going to be. I'm particularly excited to review 2 of those films. And of course, if you want to follow our personal content, where can the people find you?
Just on Instagram right now. I am taking a small break, but I always read my comments and my messages, so thank you, everyone.
Yeah, and I'm on Instagram at Boken_Kabuto and on Twitch at twitch.tv/BokenKabuto. With all that said, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I know it's like super long and super late, but we hope you have a wonderful Tuesday. If you're going out for karaoke night, be sure to stay extra hydrated because it is hot here in the Northern Hemisphere, and it being nighttime does not make things any better. But Until next time, we hope you guys do really well. Enjoy the rest of your week, and so long, farewell, Avita, and goodbye.
Bye, guys.
That's a musical reference.
Oh, yeah.